Now on 99.7, 1450 WHTC and WHTC.com.
And welcome back to Talk of the Town for this Friday, April the 10th. I'm Gary Stevens. We'll be open line following the 11 o'clock news. But we are joined on the second Friday of the month by Allegan County Board of Commissioners Chairman Jim Storey from Holland. He's on the other end of our Zoom connection. Jim, good morning and welcome back to Talk of the Town.
Good morning, Gary, and good morning to all the great listeners of WHTC. Good to be back, and it's kind of fun to be using here and elsewhere the technology of Zoom. I have a feeling that one of the takeaways when we emerge from this coronavirus epidemic is going to be a changed world of work and how we and where we do our jobs.
It is right now through the Zoom or through electronic means for the board to meet?
Yes, we have had, yesterday we had our second Zoom meeting, and it went very well. We met for almost four complete hours and conducted the county's business as all of our employees in Allegan County.
Peg has a question from the newsroom. Go ahead, Peg.
Because you're doing this Zoom meeting, you can record those meetings, correct? Do you record them and then put them on a website or YouTube or something so folks who can't attend can see how business is conducted?
We do put them on our website. And I'm not sure if yesterday's is posted yet, but the one from March 26th is posted.
That's awesome. Thank you.
We do put it on there. And I just think it's, we have let us say a board of seasoned citizens. That's what the voters have chosen to put on our board. And so, getting used to the technology like anything new has been a learning experience, but I think we're adapting very well and has actually, I think, opened eyes about how connected this world is no matter where physically we are located.
We'll be talking about a few things with Jim Storey, not just COVID-19 related. And if you have a question for Jim, no, you can't join the Zoom conversation. We don't want to have a situation like we had in Kalamazoo last month. And no, we don't need any trolls. We are trolls as it is for our Uper friends. But no, you can chat with Jim the old-fashioned way. Call 395-1450, 395-1450.
Besides, Gary, besides, I have a face for radio.
Yeah, we certainly understand that, but we are recording this, by the way. So
yes.
Our video recordings of our Zoom conversations have been very popular, Jim. So
have they? Well, good.
Yeah, not only have they had a chance to see the man behind the curtain, but also our guests as well. And like we're going to move forward, and whenever we can't have guests in the studio once this clears, then Zoom is a good way of putting this together. Yeah, I know we're giving Zoom a lot of free advertising, but frankly, right now, we need to be transparent. And this is a way to be transparent. Jim, let's talk a little bit about how the county is handling this COVID-19 situation. Obviously, Scott Corbin, the emergency manager, is on top of it. He's briefed the commissioners as to developments within the county. You got to be fortunate at this point. Yes, there are people that have been stricken, but no, at this point, nobody's died from COVID-19 in Allegan County.
Yes, we are blessed that we, unlike many of our sister counties throughout the state of Michigan, we have not encountered anyone who has passed away because of this. We do have 18, kind of confirmed cases, and of course, they're taking the precautions of being quarantined. Some have been admitted to hospitals and released. Yes, we are very, very fortunate thus far, but we're also preparing for, as you mentioned, our emergency services manager, Scott Corbin, has, with his many volunteers, has been preparing for the eventuality that we will have, people pass away. That's part of life. We have to be realistic about it.
In Ottawa County, there's, of course, Holland Hospital, Zeeland Hospital, North Ottawa Community Hospital, and, obviously the big amount of cases will eventually go to Spectrum Butterworth. Allegan County, yes, there's Allegan General, but not the facilities right now. Let's just hope we don't have to have a major influx of patients in the county, because I have a funny feeling it might tax the medical resources of the county even more than it is right now.
Well, I've been fortunate to be able to participate in our emergency operations centers briefings. We do 3 times a week. We'll have one this afternoon. And from those reports, I have to say our hospital connections are preparing well. The last report that we received from Ascension, which is the new owner of Allegan General Hospital, they also have Borges and in Kalamazoo. They have, I think, 4 hospitals under their direction. They say they've been working very diligently to keep their inpatient count down, and right now they are at about 48%. So they have about 52% capacity to continue. We've also been working, our emergency services manager has been working with Holland Hospital. It serves both counties, Allegan and Ottawa. And, I know they are making preparations for the key word in this medical community is surge, preparing for the surge if we get a lot more cases.
Now, again, if you have a question for Jim Storey, you can be able to take it at 395-1450, 395-1450. Jim, tell us a little bit about this Allegan County Conservation Millage, because I want to sort of talk to you about some other things other than COVID-19. Tell us all about it.
Sure. We were approached by Board of Commissioners, was approached by the Allegan County Conservation District. They, since the Great Recession in 2008, 2009, they have not been receiving any county funding for their, frankly, very positive programs of preserving, soil and reducing soil erosion, planting trees, to enhance the environment. And so they asked us to put on the ballot a millage proposal to help them expand their programs. And we've been debating that the last couple of meetings. And so yesterday we did adopt a proposal for the voters to decide whether to support the Allegan County Conservation District with property tax revenue. We put on the ballot a proposal for 0.1 mills, which would yield about $400,000, for their operations.
Now, the reason why I'm glad you sort of explained that a little bit and do a little bit of inside baseball here. We're just setting up another Zoom interview for next week. And sometimes, we do have people who aren't listening to the radio right now and realize that, hey, I've got work to do here. But we're glad that we're getting things all set up here. But certainly, not just conservation millage is one thing, but also, I hate to beat a dead dog or a dead horse on this, but public safety as well needs to be concerns as well. And, this latest COVID situation just throwing public safety another curveball on this.
Well, it had, of course, as we've previously reported here and elsewhere, the commission did decide in early March to put on the ballot a Headley reset proposal. It's now working its way through a kind of arcane process that the state of Michigan has for when you put a Headley proposal on the ballot. There's another committee that has to meet and kind of get jokey or rearrange the millage levels, because it does not only affect the county operations, but it also affects the operations of the intermediate school district, AESA. Most of the county is in the AESA intermediate school district. 2 of our districts are in the Ottawa district, but this would affect the AESA district. And then it also would affect AESA and townships, sets a tax limitation for the general millage that townships can levy. So, and I emphasize that limitation. Approving these new limitation levels does not mean that those taxes will in fact be levied. It will be up to the various Board of Commissioners, intermediate school district board, and the boards of 24 townships to decide what millage to collect.
If you got a question for Allegan County Board Chairman Jim Storey. He'll be happy to answer it at 395-1450, 395-1450. I said on WHTC Morning News this morning that, well, right now with social distancing, nobody can actually give me a swift kick in the pants to remind me about things, but they can give virtual swift kick in the pants if I did not bring this up with you, and so I am going to bring this up to you right now. Unfortunately, COVID-19, erosion doesn't take a day break from that. Erosion does not go, stay home, stay safe. The waters are not receding. Erosion is still a major problem. It was a major issue with both you and Dean Kappiga when you've chatted with us in the past. And I hate to say it, but with all this attention on COVID-19, I'm afraid that the erosion issue has been put on the back burner, which unfortunately is not the place where it should be right now.
Well, I totally agree, Gary. I mean, I think, as a matter of fact, before I joined you this morning, I had a chat with our emergency services manager about where we do stand with erosion. He went out to take a look at a house, Lake Township that was bordering and joining Lake Michigan. And I think, so we're not losing our eye on the ball of it, but really there isn't any state resources available right now for that. As you have implied, it's all directed towards the COVID-19 situation, but we aren't losing sight of what needs to be done. And it may be an issue where we have to return to it with great energy when this pandemic comes under control. But I do constantly ask about it. And other than this house that they looked at, there really isn't much new except that we are, continuing to document. We did take a lot of photos yesterday. I haven't had a chance to see them of what the situation.
What the situation is, but unfortunate. Hopefully it'll be corrected as we go along.